What's up, YouTube? Exploding Window here, bringing you a little Left 4 Dead 2 commentary. Bunch of gameplay on the versus. So let's go here, find a quick match. Oh, look at that, a first lobby. So I guess I have to be Nick. So today, what I wanted to talk about is Left 4 Dead 3. The possibility of this game being released when Valve's Steambox comes out. Now, I've heard that other games like Half-Life 3 and Team Fortress 3 are also going to come out on Valve Steambox, but I'm not so sure about Left 4 Dead 3 because we've heard absolutely nothing about this game, and it's a big game. A lot of people still play Left 4 Dead 1, and a shit ton of people still play Left 4 Dead 2. The game doesn't have many problems. Everything's balanced. The special infected are really balanced with how well the survivors can work together if they are a good team. And just the main aspect of Left 4 Dead 3 is if it's going to come out this year or next year. Now, we don't know because Valve keeps all of their news very closed in and they don't release much information, just like Half-Life 3. They had a closed Valve booth at E3, like I think it was last year or the year before, and it was supposedly Half-Life 3, but no one really saw anything and no one got to leak anything because I think there wasn't anything to show. Now, Gabe hasn't really talked about Left 4 Dead 3 at all, but he's talked about Half-Life 3, and possibly Portal 3 is another one that's going to come out on Valve Steambox. Now, you saw the i3 Piston at E3 this year, which was supposedly the Valve Steambox, but that was just something that Valve is working with the i3 Piston company, who's ever making that one. That's not the actual Valve Steambox. The Valve Steambox is rumored to be a little bigger than that i3 Piston and will have a lot more capability in terms of playing, computer games. Because if it's going to run Steam as the main operating system, which is what it's rumored to be, then it should be able to play most of the games out there. So what I'm thinking is it'll be able to play all the Valve games that they've made perfectly fine, which will make sense since it's a Valve Steambox. But I don't know in terms of playing any other type of titles, like, who knows if it's going to be able to play Skyrim or anything like that, so.
Come back! Oh, he ain't coming back.
That chopper looks like it's heading back center at the mall.
Gotta agree.
Grab something, I got a feeling it's gonna
But
be
the main focus today is Left 4 Dead 3. Now, I've been playing a lot of Left 4 Dead 2, and okay, sorry about that. Had a little jump up with the server there. Starting from where I left off, about the Steam box, it's really just kind of a waiting game. The PS4 was announced yesterday, pretty much. The whole unveil event was live in New York, and I watched a live stream on IGN, and there were no such thing as even like a hint of a Valve game at all. So, PS3, PS4, I mean, didn't, they announced all this, personalization integration and all these social networks and, Netflix and YouTube and all that, but they didn't even, hint at Steam. Steam's on PS3 right now, but it's not really, like, a full, app you can download. You kind of have to mod it to get it on your, PS3. But, I really think integrating Steam onto consoles would be a good idea as well. Let me jump into another versus game. So, the main thought for Left 4 Dead 3 is the release date, obviously, the announcement, when it's going to be released. Maybe Valve's going to make an impression at GDC this year, or maybe E3 later this year. The characters, are the survivors from Left 4 Dead 1 going to finally come back again, or are they going to do the same thing with Left 4 Dead 1 and, just have the guys from here, this game, come back in Left 4 Dead 3? Or are they all going to team up and find another 4 survivors, whatever may be the case. And the second thing is, or the third thing is, what type of special infected would you like to see? Now, I've seen things like the Haggard, which was supposed to be the tank. He looks kind of mean. He does look like a tank, but he's also got like these weird spider legs coming out of his back, as you can see here. And then there's something like the Rebirther or something like that. It looks really weird. It's got like a little zombie head inside of its belly. And then there's some other just absurd things that I know Valve wouldn't make. You know, you see the early alpha gameplay of Left 4 Dead 1, and they had some pretty weird concepts, but they all got kind of simplified and toned down to look a little more believable, not too over the top. So I don't think Valve's gonna make anything crazy as a special infected. There might be one or two more new special infected, and they might get balanced a little more. You know, survivors might, since the survivors, since they might add them all up, then they might have, you know, more special infected. So it could be anywhere from 1 to 6. So let me go here and spawn as a boomer. Now the boomer, I think it should take a little more than just one shot to kill the boomer. So I hope in Left 4 Dead 3 they do balance the special infected a little more. You know, they're pretty balanced right now as it is, but they just still got more tweaking to do, as of course. In Left 4 Dead 3, another question is, would you like to see it on next-gen consoles? As I said, the PS4 was announced yesterday, all the specs and tech hardware and everything's going to be released with the console, besides the console itself, and any bundle or pricing information was released. The new controller looks pretty cool, has a Vita-like touchpad on the front, a share button, and a light bar just like the PlayStation Move. And it supposedly will be able to recognize players just like the Kinect will, and PS4 will have a Kinect-like feature. So a thing that I'm thinking it would be pretty cool is, just like Rainbow Six Vegas 2, where you can put your face on the character, maybe have that in Left 4 Dead 3. And have some sort of, you know, personalization to how your player looks, you know, clothing and whatnot. Now, Steam Workshop has provided you with a lot of different new add-ons, I guess you could say. So right here, the Spitter is the ghoul from Fallout. I have Master Chief as Coach. The Gravity Hammer is the axe. Yeah. I mean, you get a lot of different add-ons for Left 4 Dead. Steam Workshop, they should, if it's integrated onto consoles, then they should integrate Steam Workshop onto consoles as well. Since these consoles will be fairly powerful, I'm sure they can handle it just fine. It just depends on your hard drive and how big that is and how many add-ons you want. But I think it would be a really good move on Valve's part to have a big customization feature in a game like Left 4 Dead 3, because people love playing this game. They like being an infected, and they sometimes like being survivors. And what better way to make people want to play the survivors more is to add, you know, a customization feature where they can add different types of clothes, maybe even tattoos or facial hair. I don't know if they want to get that in depth. With the new dev kits on the new consoles, I'm pretty sure they could, you know, have that power and capability to do something like that. So that's up to Valve, though. The last question I have for you today is, do you think Left 4 Dead 3 will be a success on next-gen consoles? And what are the key aspects of the game you would like to see? And if anything on Left 4 Dead 2 isn't right, what would you like to see change? So leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and I will continue this gameplay for anyone who wants to watch.
Somebody's got to kill that zombie spit shit.
What's your name?
Ellis.
There's Virgin!
My name's Ellis.
Hey,
Chocolate? Chocolate?
Guns here. Reload here. Let's try shot it now. I'm to get shot, people, okay?
Hot stuff coming!